Welcome to Ground Up Growth, where we share entrepreneurial insights, business strategies, and personal growth lessons to help listeners build success from the ground up.
All right, welcome back to Ground Up Growth. Today we've got co-host Hannah Pittman on her first episode with us, and today's guest we have Will Puckett. Will Puckett is the owner of Tuk Tuk Boom. It's a restaurant in Madison and Jackson. Will, thank you so much for coming on.
Appreciate you having me on, both of y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, Tuk Tuk Boom is probably one of my favorite restaurants right now. As the moment, I ate it last night, actually, and I'm going to eat it again for lunch because I have leftover.
Last night too.
Good.
What's your go-to?
That's a great question. Because now we get to try, anytime we go do content for them, we get to try all of it. So
Yeah.
I don't know I love the bowls. I love the sushi. The new stuff that just came out.
Yeah, you like the little chicken
You need
things?
to try these. The chicken
It's like little
things.
chicken sandwiches. They're good.
Really?
Crispy
Yeah.
chicken bao buns.
We took the wings off, but we used the same sauce and did this like crispy chicken and these like bao buns. It's like a little Asian bun. It's like little chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
You
I
gotta
may-
try
I
it.
may
Yeah,
do
they're good.
that for supper. 'Cause I gotta eat my fried Thai with shrimp again for lunch.
Oh, nice.
That stuff is,
The fried rice.
off the
yeah.
charts.
It's good because you can make it like 2 meals
man, it's so good.
usually. If you eat one, like you're gonna feel bad. Like, that's
Yeah.
a big portion. Like you gotta be really hungry. I've only done it like several times.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Will, tell us how old you are, where you from. Give us a rundown on Will Puckett.
31, from Jackson. Went to Jackson Prep, and then went to Mississippi State for 4 years.
Okay. You're married.
I'm married, beautiful girl named Anna, Anna Wright, and we've got 7.5, almost 8-month-old twins, boy-girl twins, William and Wright. So
You're in the thick.
life is chaotic. Yep.
And
we
it's
opened-
your first kids.
First kids, we opened up our Madison spot when they were like 7 weeks old. So that was fun. I told
Golly.
I knew when the babies were going to be born, and that was a fact. It was going to happen sometime in June. I told the contractor it can't happen in June or after June. It needs to happen like 4 months before. We had a good head start. We should have been done, and they did not hit that.
Oh,
So,
man.
it's terrible timing, but it was good.
Yeah.
It was just rough.
Right. Man.
Yeah.
All right. So grew up in Jackson. You went to Jackson Prep. Where did you go to college, or did you go to college?
Yeah, I went to Mississippi State
said
4
that,
years.
sorry.
Yeah, I
What'd you
majored in
graduate in?
finance.
Okay. Did you have a job growing up?
I did. Like I would work at like the pool, River Hills, like in the team wing, things like that. I guess like pre-high school, but I played sports, so in the summer, you don't have time really. I mean, we'd pick up shifts at River Hills at the little pool, but mainly you're traveling.
What'd your parents
Playing
do?
sports. My dad was in the machinery business, and my mom, she has got this shop called the Everyday Gardener. So they just moved from Jackson to Ridgeland like in the last year.
Everyday gardener.
Everyday Gardener and the linen shop, which is Everyday Glove Set.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Machinery. What do you mean machinery?
Caterpillar, Puckett Machinery.
Okay, gotcha.
So,
I didn't know if it was like machinist or.
My cousins own and operate it. He was out of that in maybe like 2010. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
All right. Graduated from Mississippi State. I just am so interested to know how you ended up opening a Thai restaurant.
Yeah, man, I get this question a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
Yeah, I mean, so I graduated. I went to work at it was Fisher Brown Bottrell Insurance. I think it's like Marsh McLennan now. So I was doing that, straight out of college. I knew I didn't really want to be in insurance, but I thought I'd learn a lot, see a lot. So did that, and it was good. But I realized quickly I wanted to be like on the other side of the table. I always wanted to start a business. I wanted to be in business. So that was fun to like see a bunch of different like areas of business. I mean, everything from, dirt contractors, restaurants to, who knows what. I mean, we were, always calling on people and selling whatever. So it's such a weird story. It's just weird. Fate's strange. It was a Friday I was at Bottrell, and a girl named Morgan Cox was like, "Hey, let's go to lunch today." I was like, "All right, what do you want?" She's like, "I'm not sure yet. You pick." And I think I said like, "Well, let's just walk down the street." We were in downtown Jackson. So there's like this little sushi spot or something down the street. She's like, "Let's go there." And so we were like, met at the elevator to leave. She's like, "No, we're not going there." And I was like, "Okay, well, where do you want to go?" She's like, "We're going to this place called CERN of Thailand." I was like, "I'm not going to a place called CERN of Thailand." She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, you are." I was like, "Okay." So we went, and
How old were you at this point?
man, I guess I was like 23
2?
or
Yeah.
I was probably 22. I was probably 22.
So you'd been working doing insurance for about 2
Two
years?
or two or so, maybe 2 years at that point. And yeah, I guess I was like 22. So we walked across the parking garage, and she's like, "Oh, and by the way, you're driving." I was like, "You're the one making me go to this place. Like, we gotta take my truck." I was like, "It's muddy, like whatever. I'm like, let's just go." It's old F-150 I'd had since high school. It's my first truck. So we go to this place. Surprisingly, it was pretty good. It was actually really good. And it was Friday at noon. I walk out, my truck's gone. I was like, I know I parked right there. It's like, there's a 100% fact I parked right there. So I walk back in. There's this big Thai dude, and I'm like, "Hey man, I think my truck may have gotten stolen, or not really sure what's going on here. Like maybe someone's playing a trick on me that has my keys, but I'm pretty sure it got stolen." He's like, "Oh, okay." His name was Nook. He's like, "Okay, let's go to the back." So we go to the back and pull up the video camera. He's like, "Oh shit, man." Yeah, they stole it. They got it. I was like, "Oh, great." So I was like, "Oh, this sucks." I was like, "Well, I'm never going back to this place." And anyway, 2 or 3 months goes by. No, they don't find the truck. And a friend of mine named Peter Mills calls me. Hannah knows Peter. He says, "Hey, man," Peter likes to drink beer after work. "Hey, man, this place called CERN. I looked them up. They got the best happy hour. They got like half price beer, half price sushi." I said, "What did you say it was called?" He said, CERN. I was like, "Is that the one in Fondren?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm not going back to that place. My truck got stolen last time." He was
Right.
like, "Come on, man. Like, you're going to be fine. Like, it's going to be fine." I was like, "All right, Peter, whatever. I'll do it."
And Peter's just a buddy of yours?
Peter's just a buddy of mine, one of my best friends, and
Who is in insurance?
who is in insurance.
Yeah.
Yep. So we show up, and Nook, the guy that showed me the video of my truck getting stolen, is like, "Oh, you're a stolen truck guy." I was like, "Yeah, I am." And he just starts. He starts bringing out everything: sushi, food, beers, and we're like, "This is awesome." He's like, "I take care of the stolen truck guy. This is on me." I was like, "All right, Nook." And we're like, "Man, this is great. We're gonna have to keep doing this." So we did. We kept going. We're like, "Yeah, remember me, stolen truck guy?" It's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And like, "Wow, this food's actually pretty good." And this guy's really cool. He like went to Auburn. He was 30 at the time. Hilarious, like big old fat Thai guy, just like
So
the
where's
happiest
Ty?
guy.
Where's Ty? What is
Thailand is like it's in Asia. Um, it's I should probably know the geography better.
Look, I probably
I'll
shouldn't have brought
overlay a
that up.
map.
It's like no, it's over there somewhere.
East of the Atlantic.
Yeah. And so anyway, it kind of became our spot. We started like bringing all of our friends. We're like, "Y'all got to try this place. Food's amazing. We don't usually ever really pay." I was like, "Just come with me. You'll hook us up." And so like we started going in there like after hours. We'd like go to the bar and be like, "Nook, what you doing, man?" He'd be like, "Oh, I'm closing up." I'm like, "We're coming." We bring a group of like 10 of us. And
Really?
we'd like hang out. Yeah. So anyway, we're like, "Wow, this food's great." Well, I got to talking to him, and we became pretty good friends. He was in Peter's wedding, actually,
So funny.
which is hilarious. And I kind of got to start, to really know him, and got to know his uncle, whose name is Søren. Well, it turns out they've got like 13 restaurants. He was like, I was like, "Well, you grew up in Mountain Brook." I was like, "That's a nice area. Show me a picture of your house." He's got this big house. They're talking about this ranch they have got out in Colorado. I'm like, "Okay, well, clearly y'all are making a good living doing this." Like, and I was like, "This is crazy." I was like, "Y'all aren't even trying very hard." And the Jackson one didn't do very well, but they have got 3 in Birmingham, Huntsville, Knoxville, a couple in Atlanta, West Virginia, somewhere else. And I was like, "Wow, this is a pretty good business." And y'all don't really try very hard.
Yeah.
And so got to know his uncle, and I was like, at that point I was like I had made the decision. I was like, I can't keep doing insurance. I can't stand this. I would actually sit at my desk and like listen to podcasts kind of like this. There was one I loved called How I Built This.
Yeah.
And
Guy Raz or-
Guy Raz. I was obsessed. Like I would listen to it. I would just sit at my cubicle. If I wasn't like out with, customers or something, I'd be like, golly, I'd love to start something like that. Like there was the one that had just come on was like Chicken Salad Chick.
Yeah.
And I was like, this girl started this and there, and now they got like 100 locations. That's crazy. So my mind was always like kind of spinning, like looking for something. And Apple's had just opened, Alex. And, I went and I was like, I kind of understood it. As soon as I walked in, I kind of understood what they were doing. I was like, this fast casual thing is going to be big. I was like, it's, Greek, but it's quick and whatever. And I was like, I bet I can do Apple's, but Asian. And so I just like made myself a job. I got to talk to CERN and this guy named David Donaldson that worked for him, his lawyer. And I kind of just like pitched him this idea. I was like, I bet we can do a fast casual version of what y'all are doing. Y'all do so much takeout, but your menu's huge. You walk in here and there's carpet and there's Buddhas everywhere and like the environment's terrible. No one probably even like would go in here unless like something weird happened, like me. Like,
Right. Yeah.
Like
Heaven forbid
Or
they
they
get
have
the
a really
truck
good
stole.
happy hour.
yeah, like it's just not like approachable.
Right.
And so I kind of was like, I bet we can do a fast casual. I took them to Apple's. I was like, we can do a more approachable, and like who knows what could happen.
Right.
And so they're like, okay, well, do you want to do it? And I was like, yeah. I was like, how about you hire me and I'll come and kind of figure everything out and then we'll do it together. And they're like, okay. So yeah, it was pretty weird.
So did you have like cooking experience?
God,
I
no.
mean, you
I'm
got a
a- I'm-
finance major, so
Yeah, no, I like business. Like I like numbers. I'm a terrible cook, honestly. Like, I can cook a steak. I can, grill pretty good. Like any man should be able to probably grill decent.
right.
But as far as like anything else, I'm not very good.
Yeah,
like
me
my
either.
wife would probably say otherwise, but like, I know because my brother's a good cook. Like Peter's a good cook.
Yeah.
They're like light years ahead of me.
Right.
So, yeah,
That's interesting.
it was weird. I walked in there and told them I was quitting. They're like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Don't worry about it.
No, that's,
Don't
you
worry
wouldn't
about it."
understand.
I was like pretty embarrassed. I was like, "What am I doing with my?" I was like, "This is insane." Yeah, I didn't even like really tell my parents. Yeah, and
So
thankfully my
What did
wife was
your-
pretty supportive.
Yeah, what did she say when you were like,
She's great. She was like, "Look, I trust you. Like,
Yeah.
you know what you're doing."
that's
And,
incredible? And it takes that from
for
a
sure,
spouse.
because I had a bunch of my friends that were probably like talking a bunch of crap.
right.
I kind of knew like who the good ones were through this like next period of my life. 'Cause
Right. Yeah.
they were like helping and like supportive, and a lot of them were like, "What in the world are
Right.
you doing?"
Yeah.
So yeah, went
So-
in there.
Did you ever go to Thailand?
Oh
Didn't
yeah.
you? I mean,
So before I went to work for them, me and Peter and Nook, we had a long night one night and maybe drank a little too much bourbon, and we bought tickets to Thailand. And I was 22, didn't have any money. Bought on my dad's credit card. Woke up and I had a text from him and said, "Why is there a ticket to Thailand on my American Express?" And I just sent back, "Early birthday present, question mark." And so it was pretty crazy. We went for like 12 days, and we went and saw Nook's family, and it was wild. He hadn't been there in like 15 years. Like we show up to the airport and it's like we're celebrities. There's like 30 people that showed up there for us. We like go around Bangkok and all these things, and it was crazy.
wow.
And it was fun. So then we kind of like island hopped all around like the southernmost part of Thailand, like Phuket and this like little place called Phi Phi Island. Yeah, it was crazy.
So you're all in now.
Well, this was before I even really had the idea to do it.
Did it spur anything?
No, God, no. And it's so funny that Clarion Ledger asked me that. They did like an article one time, like when we opened up in Jackson 4 years ago. I like kind of told them the same story. And, it's like, this is how it happened, blah, 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 blah. Well, they went and wrote a story that said that I was inspired culinary by my trip to Thailand. And that's why I did it. And I was like, that could not be further from the truth. I was like, that is, I don't know how y'all pulled that from that. I was like, this is fake news. If there was ever fake news,
Right, yeah.
because I don't know how to cook. And I hated the food when I was over there. I was like, this is terrible. Like, we found like the KFCs are like the best over there. Everyone loves KFCs. And Nook was like, we have to get KFC. And I'm like,
That's so funny.
dude, we eat KFC
Right.
Mississippi. Like, we don't even really go to KFC Mississippi.
Yeah.
He's like, no, over here they're better. And they were. They were so good.
That's interesting.
It was great to have a piece of fried chicken.
Man.
Yeah.
So your trip to Thailand was like a vacation,
That
not
was just
part
a
of
big
your business
No,
strategy.
No.
You
So
ought to just
when-
fold it into that business strategy. Just be like, you know what? Just went to Thailand to
Larry and Ledger knew they were like, we gotta
they put a good
Yeah,
spin
we're
on
like,
it.
we
This
can't talk
is
about a
really
truck getting
inspiring.
stolen in Jackson.
bad press.
That's
for
bad
Jackson.
for publicity of
Yeah.
Mississippi.
Right.
Yeah.
So you came back, and then when did the business idea really
Kind
start to
of,
come?
yeah, like going in there and watching it and seeing that they were doing well. And it was like, this is crazy. I was like, this guy's making more money than like anybody I know. He was making a lot of money. And I was like, this, and he's selling like the same 10 dishes every single day. You know, not really there. Like I was saying, in Birmingham, he's got 3 within 10 minutes of each other. Like
Wow.
literally. And they all do very well. Yeah. Downtown 280 in Mountain Brook, like in Crestline Village.
I haven't been to your one in Jackson, but I've been to your one in Madison numerous times. And man, just the vibe when you go in there, it's like super clean. You've obviously probably had some kind of designer put it all together.
Yeah.
Incredible. Like just,
I
I
appreciate
think you hit the nail on the head on this fast casual deal because everybody's, running out of time and everybody wants something efficient, but they want good stuff. And
Yeah.
everybody's over, going to Wendy's and all those
Exactly.
things. And so like, I don't know, man, just the details in that place. Like when you pull up, like I did last night, I went by and got it to go. And like y'all have got that like
Like a
5
whole
foot
door.
sliding door. And like,
yeah.
that's the coolest looking thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a different, I think y'all have broke the mold with that.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope so. That was kind of what we were going for is like you're not going to walk into the carpet Buddha Thai place.
No, never been. Don't even
Ever.
know where it is.
Did you have Thai
You're not
food
gonna go to
before
any
Tuk
of
Tuk
them.
Boom?
You want my Thai story? So the only time I have ever eaten Thai prior to Tuk Tuk Boom was with some friends of mine, Chip Haynes, Zach Smith. We were in Victor, Idaho. And Chip Haynes kept talking about, kept trying to push me into Thai. And I'm like, dude, like grew up eating Tyson chicken nuggets. Like we didn't eat, broccolini and all that. We didn't do all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff growing up. We
Yeah.
just didn't do it.
Yeah.
And so, I don't eat mustard. I don't like pickles. I don't like mayonnaise. I'm a cheeseburger with ketchup guy. And so he talked me finally into doing Thai over there. And we went in this place, to your point. I mean, it would just fold right into what you're saying about the red carpet thing. It's no AC. I mean, it was 90 degrees in this place. And they gave, I don't know what it was, some kind of noodle thing. And it tasted like Fruity Pebbles. And it was disgusting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm out. Like I told Chip, like I knew I didn't like this,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember the first time I had Tuk Tuk Boom. I can't remember when it was, but blown away. Like that's my go-to spot.
Well, cool. Well, I'm
That
glad that
fried
we.
I did get what was the Robert Aiken told me to get spicy
Beef noodle.
I
Yeah.
got it. That thing was super spicy. I don't know if I accidentally added spice on the app or what, but
Sometimes they get a little heavy with the
it
hand
lit
on
me
there.
up.
Yeah. You can go mild
had to
or
back
no
off.
spice. I think we got that figured out.
All
Yeah. We were getting that a lot, and I was like,
It was
all right, we
good,
got to
though.
figure something out.
It was really good. So, but now I got to try the chicken. What'd you call them again? Chicken.
Those little crispy chicken bao buns are good.
They're
So,
very good.
Um,
That's interesting to me because a lot of people don't branch out much when it comes to especially in the South, I think.
Yeah.
And I grew up, my dad went to culinary school and stuff, so I did grow up going to like these hole-in-the-wall restaurants that were like, where are you taking us, Dad?
Yeah.
But a lot of people did not. And that's what I've been curious with Tuk Tuk Boom. That's that gap that you bridge is people aren't going to walk into somewhere like
No.
CERN.
It's literally like just like how do you put this picture for something like they're
It's
not
an
gonna
experience, and like when
Yeah.
you tie
yeah.
in the marketing side with it too, like you're just
like you were never gonna get Paul Hopper to walk into the jasmine rice Thai on some strip mall.
Absolutely not.
Like, no chance.
No
But if
chance.
you make it clean and modern and like, I used to always say, I was like, it'd be cool if you could walk into a Thai or an Asian place and like the Rolling Stones are on the radio, not like some like ding dong music, you know. That's that's like what I kept saying when I was like trying to come up with this, and I was like trying to explain to people, and they're like, "No, you're crazy." I'm like, "No, I'm telling you, like all these women, all these East Ever women are not going to that place, but they go to this place. You put a good frozen drink, some sushi, and like some good music and a good vibe, then they'll go."
But yeah, I agree with that 100%. And you're capturing everybody because, like, that's a heck of a place to have like a legit business meeting. Like, it checks
Yeah.
that box.
Yeah.
It checks in and out, like just pick up to go.
Yeah,
I mean,
On a Tuesday
you're
night, like,
capturing
swing by.
everything. Like, it's
Yeah.
a really nice place, but it's also fast. Man, I think you killed it with that. I got to
Yeah.
know where the name came from.
no, Tuk Tuk is like a little taxi over in Thailand. We had like our team that did like the design and stuff that came up.
See,
with
he
that,
was
so-
inspired by Thailand.
Oh, there you go.
See?
We did never get in one though. I need a picture. But yeah, it's been crazy.
So, how many employees do you have?
We've got probably like, man, probably like 90 now, 80 or 90.
90 people.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, two locations,
Two
Madison,
locations, Madison,
Jackson,
Jackson.
90 people. Do you eat Thai food 5 days a week?
No, but I like go and like make up something
Yeah.
that I like.
What
yeah.
are you going? Like,
Huh?
what's your favorite thing on the menu?
Yeah, what's a sleeper
Or if
item?
you just, yeah.
If I like, I love chicken beef fried rice, add mushrooms, bell peppers, and spice. That's a good one. Those with some crab angels, cashew chicken, and soup is like my wife's go-to. Yeah,
That
No.
sound good.
yeah. So yeah, it's been crazy. I don't know if so like when I went to work for him is when it really got like even crazier of trying to like figure this thing out because I speak English and they do not. So
Goodness. Yeah, that sounds like a barrier for entry.
yeah.
How did y'all communicate? Did you have like
So like
Google
when I went,
Translate?
so I went to work there. I walked in. I was like, this is a mess. I was like, I don't even know anything about restaurants. I know zip, but I know this ain't right. And so quickly I was like, all right, we got to do this, 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 and this. And so the old man, Søren, he was like 67. You know, he was trying to get me to like travel and kind of trying to start fixing everything. I was like, no, this is a disaster. I want to just do this fast casual thing. So like we started, working on fixing those problems. And finally one day I was like, I've had enough. And he kind of had enough of me too, of like me trying to tell him what to do. Cause
Right.
I was 23 and didn't know anything about restaurants. And he's like, hey, I've been doing this 40 years. I'm
Right.
pretty successful.
Yeah.
So one day I got the little recipe book, snapped pictures of everything. And he said, come to Birmingham and meet with me. And I was like, well, I'm about to get fired. I was like, but I want to get fired. And so we went and met, me and him and his attorney. And he was like, yeah, this isn't working. I was like, I couldn't agree more. I was like, I just want to go do this fast casual thing. I know I can do it. And he was like, well, probably not, but you can take everything that you've learned and good luck. And if you want me to invest in it, I will. But, good luck. Pretty much like, yeah, there's no way you're going to be able to
Yeah.
figure this out. And so that's kind of when like the work started.
Yeah.
So I've still got an album on my phone. It's called Søren, and it's pictures of all these recipes, mostly in Thai. And they're not like normal recipes. It's like 6 wok spoons chili paste, 7 white spoons salt, 10 to-go cup oyster sauce. I was like, oh.
Chat
my-
GPT. What is this?
Well, ChatGPT was not around then in 2000.
It would have been such a good friend for you if
It would have been. I was like texting my Nook. We were so close. I was like, I need you to translate this for me because the recipes were terrible. So I was living in Belhaven at the time with 2 roommates, and I had this guy that was interested in doing it, and he was like, I'll put up the money, but I wanna see y'all cook everything. I was like, oh my God. And so, I'd been kind of playing around with stuff, and we kind of got to the point. COVID was actually going on during this too.
Yeah.
Terrible timing to try and open up a restaurant. By the
Man,
way,
you had all the
Oh, yeah.
headwinds you could have.
We were gonna open up in New Orleans because I needed the labor. I needed Søren's labor because I can't cook. We've been over this. So I was like, look, we'll do it in he owned this like building, and you'll get a piece of it and you supply the labor and I'll do the rest of it. I was going to like move down to New Orleans for like half the time and try and get it going. Then COVID hit, so that blew up. So my partner had had enough, and I'll never forget, he called me on a Tuesday. I was sitting on my back porch in Belhaven thinking like, what in the world am I going to do? And called me on a Tuesday and he's like, all right, here's the deal. If you can't cook every single dish on this menu, this proposed menu you've given me, by Thursday, then this has been a huge waste of time. And I was like, Thursday? I was like, it's Tuesday. He's like, yeah. What else do you got to do? That's 48 hours from then to now. Call me when you're ready for me to come over. I was like, oh my gosh. So I got all my crawfish pots. My roommate loved to cook crawfish. We got like all of our biggest pots. I called them. I said, hey, I'm going to the Oriental supermarket, Mr. Chin's. Can y'all please go to Kroger and pick up this? I sent like a big list. It's like $500 worth of stuff. I walked into the Mr. Chin's and I filled up my cart with all these like Asian things. And they were...
He's like, son, do you know what you're doing?
I'll never forget. I have it. My memory can be shaky on some things, but some things just like stick.
Right.
And I remember walking through there with so much shame. I was like, I'm in the Mr. Chin's grocery store, filling up my cart with, I don't even know what this stuff is. And like my other friends are in nice offices, like, doing what they're probably supposed to be doing. Their parents are proud of them. I don't even really told my parents. They know at this point, but they're like, this is a bad idea. And I never forget, I got to the to the little register, and the lady goes, they all looked at me like they like got their people to like come look at me. And I kind of got a crowd. They like looked up and down. They're like, what are you? Like, are you chef or cooking like a birthday dinner? I was like, yeah, I'm cooking a birthday dinner for a bunch of people. They're like, oh, okay, this is strange. Because I had a mountain of curry paste and everything else. So we got back to my house the next 2 days, and we destroyed it. I call it the Thai house still. My wife wouldn't move there after we got married. Like, but when we got engaged, she was like, we're not living in the Belhaven house. I was like, the Thai house? I was like, there's probably like still like curry paste like on the walls. So man, we got stock pots, crawfish pots, and burners. We hooked up a wok with like a metal thing to like, you have to like cook like a wok. You have to like move it like a saute pan. Like we got a propane like burner and like, so we got all the noodles and we started cooking curries on the back porch and pad thai sauce, because the biggest problem was these recipes I had were not broken down into like small things.
Yeah, they were like
and we tried to like cut them in half, and it just didn't work because the recipes were like 6 wok spoons and 10 white spoons. So I like went over to CERN and I like went to the back door, and they're like, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. And I'm like, I need a to-go cup. I need a small to-go, a big to-go, a wok spoon, and a white spoon. I was like, I need all these measurements. They're like, what are you doing? I was like, don't worry about it. So yeah, we started like cooking these massive amounts of like curry and whatever else. It was crazy. It was terrible. Thank God for my roommates. We consumed some beers and we just got to cooking, and we were up till like midnight, and he came over, and our our goal was like, all right, let's just like give him some cocktails first and get them liquored up, and maybe he won't be able to know that this is not good.
Maybe warp his taste buds.
Yeah. And so like we like went through the mesh, and he like scored it like one by one. By the end of it, we had gotten him intoxicated. He was like, this is not bad for a bunch of white boys cooking Thai food. And I was like, yes, all right, victory number 1.
Wow.
But then it like didn't stop. It was like, all right, well, next week we got to get this dish right, and this dish right, and this dish right. And I was like, oh my God.
But you needed that.
But you needed that. I didn't know how much at that point we needed that.
Yeah.
Like it was a great lesson of like getting down to like the like tiny details of something, because we probably just would have winged it completely. Yeah. But it was like, all right, let's figure this out. During that time, there was I needed help because obviously I didn't know how to cook, and I remember this kid named Soiha that worked at CERN.
What was his name?
Soiha, SOI-HA. First name Mem, MEHM, Mem Soiha, and yeah, my life's weird, dude. I called Nook. I said, you remember that guy Soiha? He's like, yeah, Soiha. I was like, I need his number. I need Martell. This is African-American dude that worked in the kitchen. We were pretty tight. I was like, I need his number and I need his number. I texted both of them. I was like, hey, I don't know if y'all remember me. I'm trying to do this thing. Can y'all help? I'll pay you. Y'all come over and help me like cook some of this stuff because I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
And so both of them did. And Martel, they're both with us now. He helped a good bit, but Soyha, he dug in. He was 16 at the time, maybe 17. And me and him worked every day trying to figure stuff out, and got it to the point where, we wouldn't have made it without him. His story is incredible. He's 23. He was born in Burma, which is right next to Thailand. Hannah knows Soyha. You don't know the story though.
I don't think I do know.
Unbelievable kid. He's like my brother. We're very, very close. Born in Burma. He was 8 years old. His parents had been killed. It's really like a lot of war and stuff over there. His parents had been killed. His grandmother was like 80 something and was about to die. He was 8 years old, living in like a shack. And so she sent him to Malaysia to some like Chinese woman there that like took in refugees from Burma. And so he just like got on the train and went to Malaysia and went to live with this Chinese woman with like 40 other kids, probably the size of this room. And they couldn't leave their apartment because they would have been deported if they got caught. So for 5 years, he lived in a room like this on the floor. Crazy. Literally couldn't leave. He said he left like twice. So he figured out somehow this program called like USCI program. It's like this Catholic Charities deal. It's called the United Refugee Immigrant Without like a Parent, something like that. And he like signed up for it. Well, somehow he got it. So after 5 years of living in this apartment, they gave him a plane ticket. They said, all right, you've qualified for it. And they gave him a plane ticket to Jackson, Mississippi.
God.
And so it's so funny. I always ask him, like, what did you think when that happened? He's like, well, I Googled Jackson, Mississippi, and they said there's lots of tornadoes. I was like, that's what you took from Jackson, Mississippi? So, yeah, he showed up, didn't speak a lick of English, and they put him in this house, like down from Pig and Pint with a bunch of other kids from all over the world in the same program. And he went to Callaway High School. Said he was walking around and saw Thailand on the sign, so they got him on that. He's their target market. He went and worked there, and
Man.
now, yeah, like I said, we wouldn't have gotten started. We wouldn't be anywhere without him. He's my closest person, pretty much my partner on this deal now. He's unbelievable. 23 now, married. And
That's
and
incredible.
he manages Jackson.
he runs everything.
Yeah, I see him every time I go.
He runs
to either
everything.
location.
It doesn't matter whether it is Soyha can do it. Soyha figures it out. He's running back and forth. Soyha's in charge. Like everyone thinks I'm in charge. Soyha's the boss. Like, you don't want to mess with Soyha.
And he was in Peter's wedding, right?
Nook was in Peter's wedding. Soyha was in mine.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Who would have
so
thought?
cool to me.
Yeah, so he's an amazing kid. Not even a kid anymore. He used to be this like sweet little nice kid. The first time he came over, he wore like a suit, like these like clothes.
So cool.
Me and my wife, I remember sitting at the dinner table. I cooked some steaks and stuff, and he was dressed up really nice, like really shy. I was like, "How is it? Is it any good?" He's like, "This is the best meal I've ever had in my entire life." I was like, "Wow, I was like, we're so lucky. Like this kid has come from so far, and like this steak that we cook every week is the best meal he's ever had." And that sweet boy now has turned into.
He intimidates me. I'm
He's a
like,
fire
it's
hero,
hard
good
for me to
man.
even hear. I'm like, he's
Oh,
so
yeah.
sweet.
Oh, yeah.
That scares me.
Yeah, I think we ruined him. He started hanging out with me and my friends, and then in work, he's the man.
Yeah.
So,
You need someone like
That's
that.
awesome.
yeah.
Will, that's a heck of a story, man. And I'm looking forward to our second part. We'll probably hone in on one of these. Maybe I want to talk some more about labor.
Yeah.
Because I know you've dealt with labor,
Yeah.
especially if you've got 90 people.
Yeah.
And then maybe hit on just some more about building a business from the ground up, and just, how integral it was once you kick the doors open. I mean, like, it doesn't stop there. You don't just sit back and manage people. I mean, it's always something. So That's an incredible story, man.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
You're doing a good job, man. Doing a really good job. So thank you for coming on, and
Yeah, I
we'll
appreciate y'all.
we'll talk more on the next episode.
Good deal.